Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to all. Happy new 2021 to all. Just want to take this time to say hello to everyone. And I want to thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. The reason for, or the purpose of this video today is I got a request from one of my clients and a close friend to do a New Year's reading. And at first, my first reaction was, fuck them folks. But then I said, you know what? Compassion. You know what I'm saying? Compassion. And then not only that, you know, there were times when I wasn't a good reader. And people gave me clarity. Readers gave me clarity when they did not have to. So I feel like it's my duty to pay it forward. And so I'm going to do a reading for 2021. I have a page on Facebook, and my profile name is La Madamas. And put this out of the way for a second. Yeah, it's called La Madamas. So I did kind of like a intuitive type of message for the people. It's public, so if you want to take the time to go to my YouTube page to see that message, that would be great. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a reading. Hang on. Okay, thank you for your patience. So I got a intuitive message, a clairaudient message. And it's funny because sometimes the spirits speak to me through music, right? And just when I paused the video, I went to get a blanket because it's cold. Okay. And I heard this song. I don't know the name of it, but back in the 80s, Lord, I'm revealing my age, which I ain't got nothing to hide, but back in the 80s, a song called I Got My Mind Set on You. Got my mind set on you. That's what I just heard. So what I feel like intuitively what I'm hearing is that somebody, maybe a group of people, got their mind set on you. You know, they set on things. The message I'm getting is like, you know, you may not think you're making an impact with things you're doing, because a lot of us are being called to do things, sharing our gifts, talents, things like that. And you may not, I said this in other readings, but this is the message that I'm hearing so clearly. You may think that your work is not making an impact on other people's lives. People may not give you feedback, the feedback that you need to push forward, that you feel you need to push forward, but keep doing what you're doing, okay? Because whether you think so or not, you're helping someone or maybe a group of people. So the other thing is mindset. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe that's a message that I'm getting from that particular song that I heard. So I want y'all to pay attention to your mindset. Don't know why intuitively, but I feel like maybe this reading may show a lot of mental process and mental, you'll see a lot of mental aspects dealing with the swords or the spades, okay? So listen, we all need our minds, you know what I'm saying? And that's something we really need to focus on. So the message intuitively that I'm getting is that you really have to work on your mindsets. You have to re-examine and do an inventory of your mindsets. You have to ask yourself, you have to really critically think and ask yourself, why do you think this? Why do you feel this way? Where did this come from? You really got to start paying attention to those things. You got to pay attention to mood swings. Pay attention to energy shifts, things of that nature. And when it comes to making the decisions, like, you really got to go within, listen to that inner voice. So that's the message I get intuitively. Okay, and we're gonna see what the cards have to say. So far, I'm gonna do 9 cards. Spirit, come on now. I'm not about to read all these cards. I'll put these to the side. I'll decide if I want to read those or not, because anyway. Okay. Exactly. That's the one I love, when my intuition matches up with the reading. So let me try to put it in the camera view, okay? Just like I said, it's a lot of mental. Well, out of 9 cards, there are 4 out of 9 cards that's dealing with the mindset. We got the Knight of Swords, we got the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, and the Empress. And we'll get back to that. A story is being told. So before I move forward, I'm going to just take the time to pick up what I can pick up, what Spirit wants me to say. Again, if you're just tuning in, like, this is a live, but if you're just tuning in to this part of the video, I'm doing a reading for the 2021, the beginning of the year, like a New Year's reading. Okay. So we have 1 major arcana card on the board. Okay. Let's start with the 7 of Swords. Okay. Based on just looking at the picture, many of us are defensive. We're on the defense because we have a lot of opposition that come up against us, especially like in 2020, the coronavirus, backbiters. I'm not even going to get all into 2020, but 2020 was a year of revelation, okay? So a lot of things were seen for what they truly are. Things were seen in its true form. So that puts a lot of us in defense mode. But if you look at this card, you see he has a wand, and then there are 7 other wands that he's against. As you can see, he's the bigger person, right? And to me, that means he is at an advantage. These people down here that he's on the fence about were not even worthy enough to be featured on the card. So with that being said, you got to be mindful of what you give your time and attention to. Maybe some battles that you're fighting are really not battles that you need to fight. And I'm taking that message for myself, Intuitively, I'm hearing objectives over emotions. That's something I say. That's my mantra. Objectives over emotions. So I'm passing that on to you. Use your objectives over your emotions when it comes to petty arguments and things of that nature. Going into this new year, you got to change your approach.